I'm Lauren Rivers, and this is the story of my attempt to get a third mermaid tail. Now, generally, I'm a pretty patient customer, and I usually am pretty easy to work with in most professional capacities. But this is a little bit of a story because it kind of ended up being a lot more complicated than it should have been, really. But you know, of course, last year, I guess, Wild Fox started getting me into the idea of mermaid tails, which, a few years ago I had thought was kind of weird. But, I get, like a lot of things that I used to think were weird, I kind of like them now and have actually sort of started a little bit of a collection, even though, unfortunately, due to my lack of access to a pool, I haven't really had a chance to use them a lot lately. Or at all, honestly. I kind of just wear it in the tub right now. But, anyway. I decided that I wanted to get a third mermaid tail because I had seen one from Swimtails, the Black Betta, which kind of intrigued me. So I decided to order one. And, I ordered it back in October, which the idea was to get it sometime, I guess, before Christmas. I thought I had plenty of time before Midwest Fur Fest. Not like I was planning on taking it with me, but, just for the time frame. And so a couple of months go by, and they say that it's supposed to take a couple of weeks for the order to be processed and completed and shipped out. So I kind of didn't think about it for a while. But after Midwest Fur Fest, I got back to my house, and I still hadn't heard anything. So I sent them an email, and a few weeks went by. I didn't hear any response. Well, I sent another email, and I got a reply to this one, and it told me that they had canceled the order because apparently they were backlogged on their production. Well, I never got any email or any kind of notification telling me this. So, I went back in my spam folders and I found it sitting there in the spam, which, of course, I hadn't thought to check beforehand. And it told me that the order had been canceled. Well, now it was a matter of, say, well, I either need the money or I need the product. So I went back and forth with the customer service about what we were going to do about this. And now they indicated that they had tried to refund the money, except, of course, I had never noticed any spontaneous amount of money appearing in my checking account. So since I didn't have the money and I didn't have the mermaid tail, I was like, okay, what's going on here? So, we kind of went back and forth as they tried a couple of times to talk with their credit card vendor. And after 4 or 5 months of going back and forth, finally they asked me if I wanted to just to reinstate the order, or I forget what. I think the other option was store credit. Well, what am I going to do with store credit other than reinstate the order anyway? So I told them, just put the order through as originally ordered, and we got to doing that, and eventually, like 5 or 6 months after the fact, finally they put the tail into the production line and they sent it to me. And when it arrived in a rolled up I guess tube. And that was all well and good, but there's anyone who's had a mermaid tail knows that there's something missing. Well, it didn't have the monofin in it. Well, without the monofin, it's relatively useless. So I emailed them again, and they told me that the monofin was being shipped from the source direct. So that took another few weeks, and then finally, like 8 months after I ordered it, I finally have the whole thing. So overall, I don't know. Another person might swear off using the company, and it's probably going to be a while before I do another one. Not just because of this incident, but just simply because of the fact that they're, as I discovered from receiving it, they're kind of big and they take a lot of space to store. And I still haven't figured out a good storage plan for this one. But at least for now, that whole thing is resolved. So that's good for me. But that's the story of my attempt to get a third mermaid tail. So that's it for now. But beyond that, I guess we'll see. Lauren out. Thanks for watching, and if you liked it, click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. You can also find me on Twitter and a few other places on the web, or support me via Patreon or Ko-fi. Zebra hugs!